Now, let's now make or use this data here to make the frequency table. Now, the marathon times in minutes are 135, 211, 220, 180, 175, and so on. I want now to make the frequency table. As I told you, first step, you have to see where is the minimum and where is the maximum. Let's see here. Where's the minimum value? It is 135. Is it right?
135.
Yes, this is the minimum. And where's the maximum?
208.
208.
220.
No, there's 246, I think.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
246. Yes. This is the maximum. So I will find out that the maximum minus the minimum plus 1, that's mean 246 minus 135 is 111 plus 1, it will be 112. Now, so after I found now my frequency, I want now to divide this 112 into my any number that's, and I will search about a number that can be divisible by 112. Or if you cannot, you can see, you can round, okay, or estimate 112 to another one, to any the number that can be used also. Yani as an example, I mean like you can make it as 112, or you can make it as 115, or you can make it as 120. So hey, try to find any number, that can be easier to divide by, or can found be easier for you to find a number that's divided by it. يعني I mean like let's round it to 120. Okay, مش is 112. When I think about it, I find that I cannot find a number that is help me to divide it by, or maybe the only number 2 I can divide it by it, and 2 I cannot, because it will be, I will make an 56 table or 56 rows, so it's hard for me. So let's estimate it to 120. For this step here now,
Teacher, what's about 100?
yes.
Can I make it?
Yes, you can make 112. As an example, give me any number, yeah, Farah, that's divisible by 112.
Teacher, 110?
No, I mean the number that you can divide 112 on it. Like 2, 4, 6, 8.
Two, miss. It will be like 52, maybe.
Yes, Ella, 2, it's correct. 2 is, if you divide 112 by 2, what's the answer will be? It will be 56. 56, that's mean what? You have to make a rows of 56 number. It's correct, but it cannot make an accurate frequency table. Try another number, like number 6, number 8.
Here there's also number 10.
Number 6.
Number 6. 112 by 6 is what?
It will equal 18.
طب let's try to divide 112 by 8. What did you get?
14.
14. So that's mean. Now, I want now the length of the my frequency table is 14 here. يعني like, so remember that the length here is 14 and I need 8 frequency table. Then let's make 135. This is now my table here. I will write here the number of minutes. And here the frequency.
Sorry, teacher, for being late.
No problem, Basma. Now, so you will start with 135. And this 135, we said that if I divide 112 into 135, into 8, we get 14. So that's mean you can choose 8 as a number or the length of frequency, or you can choose 14 as you want. So let's choose 14. So what you have to do now, since it is 14, and let's remember, what did I say yesterday? Like if you have the length of any interval is 5, okay? I told you, like if you want to start from 2, you have to stop at 6. Why? Because you have to say 2, because how many numbers are from 2 to 6? 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. How many numbers they are?
5.
From 2 to 6,
5.
5. Now, if you have now from 2 to 10, how many numbers you have?
9.
We
9.
have to check 9.
Exactly. So if I told you now that the length of the interval is 9 and you start from number 2, when you will stop, how can you guess the next number? يعني imagine that you didn't know this number here. Okay? And I told you that the length of the interval is 5 and here the length of the interval is 10. How did you know when you have to stop? This 5 is maximum minus minimum plus 1. So to write it as an interval, remove this 1. If you remove it, you have to subtract 1 from here, you get 4. So if you remove the plus 1, you have to minus 1 to get or to subtract 1 from the length of the interval. So you will get 4. Then add 4 to the 2. What did you get? 2 plus 4, 6.
Teacher,
Now,
is this in the example that you are explaining now?
Yeah. But just an example from my mind to continue here in the table. So this is here.
Okay.
Now the length of any interval is 10. Okay, so I need now to see what is the length of will be. Let's see, will be 2, 3, 4, 5. Yani I mean like I start with 2. Where did I have to end? Or where I shall end? At 11 or at 12 or at 13? Shall I add 10 to 2? No, because if I add 10 to 2, I get the length of the interval is 13 or 11, sorry. So in your mind, on your fingers, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Where did you stop? If you count 10.
Teacher, can you repeat? Teacher,
Okay.
from where you brought the 10?
This is from me. This is an example. Okay. Let's come back to our example here. Now, I told you that when you want to write the table, you have to start from 135 up to something. Okay?
Okay.
I told you and that also that the length of the interval is 14. So what does it mean? That's mean 135 to any number. If you found its length, they will be 14. What's the second number will be?
We will see, teacher, which number from 135.
Yes, that's if you found its length that you have, it's 14. Let's count them in your fingers. Yalla. 135, 136, 137, 138, 139, 140, 141, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. Right, the first 14 numbers.
Yes.
Yes, right. I was right, the 14 numbers starting from 135. Then take the next number, which is 149 minus up to. Now, I want to continue. And not every time I want to count on my fingers. I will search away. That's if I subtract 148. Now you can continue by counting in your fingers. And there's another way that if you subtract 148 minus 135, what did you get? You get 13. Is it right? Yes. So you can add 13 to this number, to 149, in order to get the second number. If you didn't want to use many ways, or you can say that, I mean, like either you have to this ways, but I mean, like if you didn't want, okay, in where 13 and when 14, you can write the first 13 numbers, like 149, 149, 150, 151, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 160, 161, and 100.
162.
162, yes. Did you understand now? Miss, I told you that the length of the interval is 14. So you have to start from 149, write the first 14 numbers until you get the second number. Then what did you get now? You get 162. Write the next number. What is the next number after 162?
163.
Bravo. Now 163, count the first 14 numbers. What did you get?
176.
Bravo, 176. Take the next number, 177, up to
187. 180.
190.
190. Then take the next number, which is 191. Add it.
200.
204. Listen, we have to continue. Then 205 up to 218.
218.
Then 219 up to
232.
yes, exactly 232. What is my greatest number? It's the 246. I have to continue. $233 up to
245.
246.
246. Bravo. So after I wrote mama, now look at here. What did I told you before? That. Oh, sorry, what I tell you before? That's if you subtract 246, which is the greater number, minus 135, which is the minimum number. What do we get? Plus 1, we get 112. If you divide it by 8, you get 14. So 14, I want to choose, and this is up to you. 14 will be my length of the intervals, and 8 will be my number of rows. As you see here, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So this will be the number of rows, and this will be the length of the interval. Now, if you want to choose 8 as the number of interval and 14 is the number of rows, it will be correct as you want. So after now, I draw my table. I have my frequency. I want to fill now how many numbers from 135 up to 148. One.
Yes, miss, for 135 till 148, it will be
How many numbers? I think there are 1.
1. Yes, miss.
Yes. From 149 to 162. 149, 150, 151, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 157, 58, 50. There's no one. I think there's only 161.
1.
Yeah, teacher,
So you
there's
have
one.
1. Yes. Now from 163 to up 176. We have.
There is 2, teacher.
We have 2.
Yeah, well, they are
2.
175 and
167.
167. Yes. So 2. Now, from 177 up to 190.
Teacher, I didn't understand how we are bringing these numbers.
Now, search about numbers starting from 177 up to 190. Yani I want to see if there is 177, if there is 178, 179, 180, 181, 82, 83. The numbers that is start from 177 up to 190.
No, teacher, there is no numbers at all.
1.
There's one.
There's
There's
1,
only
miss.
What about 180?
180 only.
Yes, so Basmala, 180 is between 177 up to 190.
Yes, teacher. I did
Now,
not see it.
so from 191 to 104. 191, 192, yes. 193, 94, 95, 200, 201, 200, yes, we have 201. 202.
Only 2.
Yes,
No,
miss, they
teacher,
are.
Yes, teacher, there is 2.
There is 2, yes.
There is only 2.
Like now, 205 up to 208. Only 208, is it right?
Yes, teacher, there is only one.
Yes. Now,
And 211, teacher.
where is it? Ah, yes, 211. Bravo.
Teacher.
Then 219 up to 232. 220.
3,
Just
teacher.
one.
No, 3.
220.
120, 235,
Yeah,
and
235 is greater than
It's
238.
It's up to 232.
Oh, yes, yes, only one.
And
Only one.
238, there is not for it. Okay, so only one, yeah. Now, from 133 up to 246.
2.
2.
2. Okay.
Yes, 2.
Now let's see how many numbers we have. Let's count them here. 1. I mean here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So how many numbers we have? 12.
12.
I want now to check if my frequency table is correct or no. Let's add 2 plus 1, 3 plus 2, 5
4.
plus 2,
Yes, 5.
7 plus 1,
7,
8
8,
plus 2,
8, 10,
10.
11, 12. So this is correct.
12.
So be careful that the length of each interval is correct, is the same or is equal. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I didn't understand.
Okay, wait, I will have another example here. Okay, but before solving it, let's talk about histogram. Then we will have another example for the frequency table. Now, a histogram, what happened here? Just 1 second, please. That's okay. A histogram is a graph that can display the data from the frequency table. Well, I told you that the name or the title of the lesson is a frequency and histogram. So if I have a data, or if I have a data and I make it in a frequency table, I can graph it or show it by using something we call it histogram. Histogram, it has a bar. Yani I say that my interval is from 5 to 9. So I have a black bar as an example, or any bar, I mean, from this interval. And the height for each bar shows the frequency of the data. I have as an example, from 5 to 9, we have 5 girls. So I will make an interval from 5 to 9, and the length of it is 9. Or what did I say? Is 6. And so on. Then the numbers of the girls is
5.
6 or 5. Okay. So the length of the bar will be 6. It will be 5. If I told you now from 10 to 14, we have 3 girls as an example. You make an interval, a bar for 10 to 14, and the length of it will be 3. I told you now from 15 to 19, I have 2. So the length of the bar will be 2, and so on. Later on, when I make the frequency table and I draw them, you will understand. Now, but be careful here. If you want to draw the bar graph, I told you, do you remember that when I told you before that the intervals in a frequency do not overlap and don't have any gap and have the usually equal size? And that's when we make the table. we notice that we must make them have the same equal distance or the same equal interval, and they don't start from 249, then start from 248, or end with 249, then start with 248. This is false. I told you now, they don't overlap, they don't have any gaps, and have usually equal of size. What did I mean? Look at the first frequency table here. From 115 up to 150, from 11, sorry, to 15. What is the length of the interval here?
5. Teacher, is it
5, bravo.
teacher, is it 5?
And from 17 to 21, subtract
Just
the maximum number minus the minimum number plus 1. Here.
Teacher, this formula, we'll use it for what?
To find the length of the interval.
It's 40.
Yes, teacher. Yes, 4.
5. 17 minus 20. 21 minus 17 is 4. Plus 1, 5. Now, from 30 to 40, how many numbers we have?
5.
30, 31, 32, 34,
11.
34, 11 numbers, bravo. And from 38 to 44, how many numbers we have?
7.
7, bravo. So do we have now an usually equal size?
No.
No, we don't have an equal size. So this is the first one is wrong. Now another question. Do we have a gaps? What's the meaning of gaps? Here we have a space between two bars. This is also incorrect. There's no gaps. We must have an equal size. This is no 2. So they don't have a gaps. I mean, like, look at here. I said from 11 to 15. Then I will the next interval that I wrote as 17. But this is false. I must start with 16, the next number. I end with 15. I must start with 16. We mustn't have any gaps. Gaps, it's like what? It's like a space between two numbers. This is false. Another one, they don't have, or they don't overlap. What does it mean? Overlap, it means like when I draw it here, I take a space from
It's over.
first bar. It's mean like it's over. Or you can say that you take a space from the previous bar, and this is false. In other words, if you look at the interval here, you start from 30 to 40. If you want to write the next interval, when should you start? At what?
From 22 minutes.
41. You end at 40. You must start with 41.
Ah, yes.
Here they start with 38. This is false. So if you want to draw the histogram, they must be, don't overlap. That's, I must take a number. I mustn't start from the numbers in the previous interval. I mean the interval here from 30 to 40. I mustn't start from a number between them. This is false. I must start from a number after 40. The second one, there's no gaps here. This is false. There's no gaps. And they have usually equal size. Now look at the second histogram here. This is correct. Here, the length of each them, 5 to 9. They are 5, 10 to 14, 15 to 19, 20 to 24. The length of each interval is 5. So they have an equal size. Is there any gap here between them? Is there any space? Or they are connecting to each other?
They connect.
Each
Connecting.
other. So there's no gaps. Is there an overlap? Is there any number that is come up on any gap, or that they are extended?
No.
No. So this will be
No.
correct. So if I want to draw the histogram, I must draw them have the same equal size. They don't have any gap and they don't overlap. Is this clear?
Yes.
Now tomorrow
Yes.
we have this example here. We have to make the frequency table, and then we have to draw the histogram. Please restudy this.
Okay,
this
Miss.
Okay, study it well.
Okay, Miss. Thank you
Thank you
so
so much.
much, Miss. Have a nice
Okay.
Have a